Okay, let's set up the last part of the lobby here. There's been so much action. There's some teams that we haven't even gotten a chance to talk about, but we can't talk about them yet because GSW trying to make their move up. Patapong has the rock. Patapong has 2 kills, and now he will turn his attention towards. There's one more player. He is the last one left alive for Theraton 5, but look at that kill count. They are collecting everybody. GSW left X-Tong on the north side to prevent anyone from wrapping around on him, and in the end, it's going to cost them as he is now their last player left alive.
What an absolutely incredible two-man move. Patapong falls in the end. Great revenge from Xiao Tong, but what a nice use of that rock, having his teammate further behind, trying to bait the attention and then peek out at perfect timings. A triple kill for Patapong. Stay put in that game for longer.
Hey, remember these guys?
Does find one, will fall in the end, and here they are. The first team across the Western Bridge. No one is really... Okay, you know what? No, now be nice looking this direction. I was thinking for a second, they opt to aggress, take the fight straight to Rock because they think it's a 4v3, and then Type peeks out and gets them. But he's actually shooting now towards him as they rotate.
Aggro Type. Well, Santastico is going to spot out Orca. It might not be a Bolty, but the DMR working a lot better for him.
Yeah.
As he will get Orca, and Tosi very near over there, could get him back on his feet. Flame doing everything he can to make sure that they cannot safely peek any angle that he has eyes on. Type can just continue to hang out, though, on that lower floor of the sniper tower for now.
I love this proactive play by Gen.G. They know that sitting 4 guys in that building with only a couple of windows to work with, not only are they very limited in what they can do, but they're also going to shoot each other in the back of the head trying to peek all the time. So wise on them to flex out to play the numbers game. You know now that you're in a 4v2v1, so spread out, get a bigger chance of getting the next circle come your way, and then just sit tight in these now new positions and wait for them to leave their buildings.
Orca did get back on his feet, so Gen.G back up to full strength.
Rock 2 have just used their last pieces of util, and they're not inside the circle either.
8 grenades for Gen.G here, so it is, Santastico's got the portable cover, but that's going to go away. He's wide open in the street. Tosi will eat that alive. RBN now the last player left up, and he is alive just as long as the smoke will allow him to be. Type gets spotted. He's going to get down to half HP, but he's just trying to survive longer than RBN, and he goes down. So that's going to be T1 in third, and now the collapse comes, but RBN will just donate himself over to the blue, and Gen.G will get our first victory here in the grand finals of Esports World Cup.
Change the game is set 4-man strong. Gen.G was split, but they already passed it. I think they're starting to realize this now that, wait, why is everyone grouped up on this southern side of the circle? And Ike's left. It's taken down. James and other people that will pick Santastico and Fantasy rejoice as they take down one.
Bunker to play around in, but a good grenade from Kickstart will spot extends.
An important fight to be cleaned through as well, because there's no one else engaging. It's an isolated fight just between the two of these teams. So if you can come out of here with 4 alive at the end of it, you have a really good chance to make a play on forward. Emergency cover does get utilized to separate the two teams a little bit more. Ferris lops a nade over, able to get himself the double.
They forced Shrimsy to retreat off a good grenade, and they pushed him right into Kickstart. And now Tiggleton, the last player left alive here for Team Falcons, has that high side. Let's see if they know where he is. They do indeed. The flashes come through. He'll try to spot one out. He gets the spray down, doesn't get the knock. But here's more flashes to follow.
Yeah, Tig tried to go for the peak. It's not going to happen. Nice swing around by Sozid. He had 2 players lined up at that exact second.
Game start win in a beautiful position here to get a good win. 6 kills already as Type shown himself to be difficult to get rid of. Sosid will take him out, though. Tongdo will find Sosid. Get that trade. So now, GSW, they know they are down to 2. We've got to make a push now.
For sure. Dangerous to lock too many people inside this BRM. If there's a Panzerfaust on the other side, that could potentially be a double down instantly. There are 3 in here now. Going down towards Xiao Tong. They have to make this crossing. It has to happen now.
They are really, really hoping that nobody on NaVi is sitting with a Panzerfaust, and it's looking like they should be okay for now as they reposition themselves, get on the other side of the hill. NaVi able to get Sosa back on his feet, and go ahead.
Hello.
A little bit of probing here with CC108, and he's going to find out that they don't have a Panzerfaust, and instead he'll distract them long enough for the push to come through. Now, Hackatory doing everything he can from range, gets 2 knocks. And he's got that hard cover to play around, but it's asking a lot.
If he finds Xiao Tong here, that's actually a 1v1. I mean, obviously the res is going to come through with Ming being back on his feet now, but there was a moment there where had he got the initial spray down and then make a set, there was a chance, but now
asking a lot, man.
Shack for cover and literally nothing but that. I can't wait for someone to get in that BRDM and just comes honking towards him.
Yeah.
This is looking nigh on impossible.
Like, I'm actually the one that has the Panzer foul.
Yep.
He's putting all his attention over to Xiao Tong as AZ will run down the hill, get knocked down to about half HP. Boy, Hackatory doing just about everything he could possibly do to make this difficult for game start win. It's a 4v1. Man, you would think they could just finish this off, but that is not a man that you want to push blindly as, well, flashbangs come through, and there you go. It's all done. Game start win. Get our 2nd win here in the grand final. Car's breaking down, so they'll have to put a pause on things here for the time being. Meanwhile, Falcons, they've got Type right on their doorsteps. The grenades are falling, and they get him out of the car as he's running away. Good stuff there from Falcons. It did take quite a bit, but you can see the situation that they're dealing with. This hard cover that VP has, or the deployable cover that VP has laid down, is serving them so well.
It's an inner wall, outer wall fight, and look at this. They're not only using these deployable shields for cover, they're using them to try and peek over these fence lines.
The dot is not in their favor, though. They have to make their way inside, and Shrimzy still in a beautiful position to take advantage. Mike's left will spot out Bean. Shrimzy, though, is going to go down to Luca Rux. They still have the high ground here for Petrichor Road. Ike's left trying to get involved. H-Win will see if he can lay down the smoke, get his man back up as Virtus Pro is trying to take advantage of the knock and make a push. H-Win goes down.
They just saw all of them outside. Shrimzy gave that info across. They know they're all sat out there waiting. They don't have to go far. This is going to be a close one with a good chance to bring it home.
Fantastic execution on the part of Virtus Pro, but a dirty angle from Tiggleton will spot out Nixie, and now it's a 2-man attempt from Falcons to keep things going. They spot out Orca. Gen.G is down, but Tiggleton, the last player left alive, and Virtus Pro in the driver's seat.
One player left alive. Tiggleton, do you have it in you to take down the entirety of VP? No, not gonna happen. Virtus Pro out victorious with the toughest of rotations to make. They make it happen with just the 3 smokes available.
Not a lot of options and places to go. Kickstart does get flushed. NaVi looks like they're going to be flanking up back behind this one. Ferris now doing the backstab right down into the dip. He's got that rock. Looks like he's got a nade prepped as well. Does the line go good? Lands right in front of Shrimzy, but does it take him down? The second one does. Sosa picks him up.
Yeah, nice work there by NaVi. Finding a good timing of their own. Back over towards Twisted Minds, who's now fighting Rock. Losing Batulin, so they're a man down compared to Rock, who continues try to find ways into this next circle themselves, but they're getting hit from a couple different sides. Toyo getting involved as they begin to reach out of their compound to try to find space on the side of the hill. Petrichor Road just yeeted themselves at 17 and paid the price. Oh, there's C4!
Oh, C4, yes! Oh, Chewy makes the sacrifice for his squad. Petrichor Road says, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Nah, not down yet. Trying to see if he can hold out NaVi, but he is so heavily outnumbered. Petrichor Road goes down, but lives on in our hearts.
Oh, man. NaVi throwing down a little bit of extra cover, and might end up being a similar situation to what we saw in the final game of the group stage, where it's Twisted versus NaVi. Now the grenades, now the util comes through. That's a molly, and that's trouble for Toyo, who has no ability to heal for that. Great timing from Perfectix, finds both of them.
Perfect nades from Perfectix just to send Toyo back out of this one. Now it is a 3v3. We've got Doritos on one side for cover, a hill for Twisted Minds, both jockeying right next to the center point. Close between the two of them. I think that Ferris is just a bit closer right now, but high ground advantage still favoring Twisted Minds. They've got 2 members up there, and Lou an example. Smoke's coming down everywhere as there is near on no vision to be had. Twisted starting to step away from it, realizing this could be some problems. Watching where the smokes are being thrown from, so trying to see if they can get some retaliation nades back in that spot.
Yeah, and they landed a bit of damage here onto Ferris, so he has to take a moment to try to go for some heals. These are great smokes from NaVi, though. They're keeping Twisted from being able to utilize that high ground advantage, at least initially, seeing if they can buy enough time to get underneath their noses, but Perfectix gets Ferris.
That is a problem. He was their guy up on the edge of the zone wall to the north. Crossfire position now gone. 2 members up. Soset and Hakatori having to brave the smokes. Bounce between them. They've got a tree for cover. Soset starting to peek the outside of the smokes. Molotov right in front of Hakatori. Soset's going to go down. Twisted Minds rolls through and makes it look easy.
Huge. So well played there at the end of that game.
Okay, Rock has now realized they have an opportunity. Of course, it is going to be Santastico that opens up the door for the high ground fight. The other members for Rock now starting to move up the hillside, spot this one out. They know that they've got the opportunity, but it's going to be Emmy on the other side.
Here we go. Wenbo trying to do some damage. Xiaobei re-knocked Tiantian immediately. Hung Tuai gonna go for the stick here. Emmy gonna get the knock. BL Santastico sold. Just destroy Toyo. Snap your fingers and they are gone from the lobby. Gonna be fighting a battle on multiple fronts potentially. CTG now starting to charge their way forward. Rock though doing some serious damage.
I mean, the high ground here is just so strong. Change the game. Now out. Rock getting more position. They got the reses back up, so they're sitting strong, but it is pulling aggression away. Multiple members now for Rock having to look over here. That's getting more space for 17 to try to exploit something with. They're using the hillside, staying right up on top of it. Multiple members now starting to push onto this point. 7-7 has to be careful. He has to continue to be a distraction. He's got his meds back into a good position. Little Ghost is the closest member to the center dot. Santastico playing very far back behind the entirety of this one. Just doesn't really have the angle he wants. He finally spots out 7-7, but he can't get the knock he so desperately needs.
This is so tough right now for Rock because they have to go so downhill and it's so steep and there isn't a ton of cover along the way. Meanwhile, 17, yeah, they're taking damage. They're getting lit up a bit, but they're able to survive off the back of it. So now you're going to use all this util here for Rock just to try to get down the hill, to try to breach the front lines of 17.
Look at the leaderboard right now. A win for 17 right now could be big. It could really push them up the leaderboard, get them into a much better position, but Rock wants to hold on to the top. This is where they were through the entirety of the group stage. 17 going back and forth, Soul down, Biel goes down as well. This is getting messy. Both sides now starting to take some casualties. 7-7 did a shift back over to the other side, but look, it's going to be Santastico now moving aggressively while RBN is going for the meds. Right up into the face of Xiaobei, spray between them, both go down. Now looking into a 1v1, 7-7 closer to the dot, but up on the high ground it's going to be RBN.
RBN here, this is a really tough spot to be in. He's weaker, he's got the worst angle. Gonna use these trees to try to maneuver, but he gets spotted out and he's done. It is gonna be 17 Gaming claiming the chicken dinner.
I mean, Rock got a ton of kills, but 17 needed that. They needed to try to get some space on this leaderboard that is so compacted in the middle of it.
Xiao Wu gonna be the one to connect.
Toyo, I don't know if there's going to be any easy pathing into this. Whenever we look over into the east, it's pretty open over there. They've opted into going right into NaVi's position. They're just coming in full-on gusto. Oh, it's so sad. Stops it. Look at NaVi. Says, nah, man, that's not going to work here.
Woo. 2 players, no problem.
Oh, that was dirty.
NaVi.
Not from 17's angle.
Yeah, they're trying to use the cars to block off the angles as best as they can, but 17 still doing some damage. And here comes Guman. He finds a big grenade right on top of him. DL follows up. Bye-bye, T5.
Seeing the firefight, realizes that they can step away. They do have a lot of the Doritos down there that they've been using for cover. Expendables have been holding the angle back for a long time. Ming gets knocked onto kickstart. That could slow down anything the Falcons is wanting to push through this. A lot of smokes already down this hillside, but you can see multiple members of the Falcons having to contend with too many different teams. That's going to be Salute. It's just a firing range at the Falcons right now.
Oh, that was a headshot with a Dragunov from range by Salute. Poor Shrimsy there, nothing he can do. That's just a nice shot. Tiggleton now going to turn his attention over towards 17 where they were. See if he can maybe squeeze out some more points, but they're already dead. So he's looking into nothing. As, Falcons are going to go down pretty quickly here, most likely. Of 1 player left, just Tiggleton on the bad side of the circle. GSW going to crumble as well. We're down to our final 4. 4 for the Expendables, 4 for the Freaks, 3 for VP. Could be Kings because they're up on a little bit of a hill and they've done a good job of getting some cover in front of them initially. Delwyn going to use that last frag grenade, try to see if he can get lucky on the VP. Only does a little bit of damage, but here comes the more. Oh, they're just coming up short. VP able to tuck back in, another grenade going through, catches some damage, but no knocks yet.
And it's so hard. That is such a big incline to really time out the nades on. So instead, Delwyn just runs down, but he gets spotted. Big crossfire, 2 different teams instantly drop him out. Vehicles being sent in, I don't trust it. Not with what's going on with C4s right now. Rolls it in the middle, and yes, the Freaks manage to drop it right on top of the Expendables.
That's one of the best uses of C4 we've seen. That is absolutely stellar from the Freaks. Well thought out. Now they could take the fight right to VP. They've got control of the hillside. VP's pinned down. Here comes the util.
Beamy on the off angle has to make it happen, but he's lined up against Salute. He goes down. It's going to be Heaven that spots him. Quick flush coming out. Yeah, we've got VP close to the center dot, but they're just getting spotted out everywhere. Salute just boldly pushing back into the side that they were defending from. He goes down, but Human manages to take down Correxy. Freaks ringing in the kills right now. Nixie on top. He's not done yet. He wants more. Leans back around and does manage to put up a ton of damage, but it is going to be the Freaks that take the round.
Oh boy, that got a little dicey at the end for the Freaks. Looked like should be a clean one.